Hey everyone, Razbowski here, and welcome to Sakura Spirit. This game is, well, it's been recommended to me by a friend, let's say. And, it's about a bunch of women with next to no clothing on that get up to some sort of shenanigans. So, hey, fuck it, I'm in. Let's start a new game! If you are hyped for this, then please put hashtag Sakura Spirit in the comment section below and hit that like button, and let's just dive straight into this. Okay. Every person has a dream they wish to pursue. Yet, as people grow up, they often become to realize the truth. Dreams are nothing more than fairy tales. I think Shia LaBeouf would have something different to say about that. At least that's what most people say. Then, what about those who do end up accomplishing their dreams? Are they merely incredibly lucky? Or do they just have a fantastic bedroom with cheery music in the background? Dad, every man has a dream he wants to accomplish. However, there is something really important you should know, my boy. A real man doesn't give up on his dream, no matter what overwhelming challenges he might have to face. That is really, really good advice, Dad. Thank you very much. I aspire to be a naked woman, so let's see if that happens. I still remember those foolish words my dad used to say, but despite their silly nature, I found myself inspired by them. Ever since I was a young child, I've been interested in martial arts. It doesn't matter whether I watched a match on television or read a manga about some heroic martial artist. It has always been my dream to kick some serious ass. Of course, it was a bit childish of me to think that I could become a hero simply by learning martial arts. I needed to twerk and jerk and twerk some more. Even though I already understood that superheroes were nothing more than figments of my imagination, I still had a desire to use my strength for the sake of others. My name is Oh no, is this me? I think. I don't know. Maybe. My name is Gushiken Takahiro. I'm a 17-year-old rising judo star, and no, that's not me bragging. I am that good, baby. I'm actually about to take part in a tournament 2 weeks from now that could make or break my career on an international level. Of course, I was excited about the opportunity to finally accomplish my dreams and represent my country at a sport that I loved, but this same excitement also made me feel incredibly nervous. I often pissed myself at school. And while those worrisome thoughts haunted my mind, a familiar voice resounded from outside my window. "Oh, you shit, get out here!" Kayomi! Oi! Taka-kun! Get your button gear. Get that sexy ass of yours in gear. Okay, I'll be right there, Kiyomi. Koyomi? I'm gonna be terrible at pronouncing these names. Please don't slaughter me. Not wanting to keep Kiyomi waiting, I quickly dashed towards the front door to let her in, not even realizing that I was still in my pajamas. The shame. It was my SpongeBob SquarePants ones, and they really didn't flatter my package much. Hold on a second, Kiyomi. I gotta grab my shoes before we head off to school. Really? I never realized our school had such a strict uniform or sleepwear policy. Nice jammies, by the way. Did you borrow them from your mom? Oh, sick burn. For a moment, my eyes drifted downwards, noticing that I was indeed fully erect and in my pajamas. I let out a groan of annoyance and marched back towards my room, embarrassed, and my face was beetroot like a beetroot, obviously. Bah, there's nothing wrong with my jammies. The Golden Knight is a famous comic book hero in the West. Besides, not everyone prefers to sleep naked like you. Well, mumbling those words, I start stripping out of my clothes. Oh, this is getting hot already, baby. Not particularly minding the presence of the girl behind. This guy just getting fucking butt naked in front of the girl. This guy's got some balls of steel. Oh, well, here we go. Hello. How are you doing? Well, your face is very, very red already. You blushing at the sight of my ass cheeks. That only happened once. You know very well. It was super hot that night. And jeez, warn me before you strip naked in front of me, you idiot. You didn't seem to mind when we were little. No, please, no. Maybe you want to turn around instead. No, stop! Don't make me kick your ass. I decided to tease her enough and quickly pulled on my pants, proceeding with the remaining few items of clothing before I was suitably dressed for school. Because you can't go around school with your dong hanging out, because I think, well, when I was at school, they frowned upon that. Besides, I had a reason for being so distracted. Oh, what? You've been distracted a lot lately. What's going on in that hollow skull of yours? It's that upcoming match. I have no idea how anyone can remain calm when an international career is at stake. I wouldn't be surprised if I had made up enough doomsday scenarios to fill up the apocalypse genre. Oh, right, the judo thing. I'm sure you'll do fine. I've seen some of your matches, and you kicked butt. And, of course, if you're really worried, you could always pray. That's true. Prey on cats and dogs. Just kick the shit. No, don't kick the shit out of cats and dogs. They would probably kick you. Pray? What? Don't tell me you don't know. It's one of the school's legends. Apparently, there's some shrine out in the forest that if you pray to it, brings you good luck. Ichikawa-san said that his sister prayed to it the night before her exam, and she got a perfect score. A shrine that is said to bring you good luck. Sounds like bogus to me, but at this point I'm willing to try anything, I guess. Even anal. I'll ask Ichikawa-san about the location. I'm not exactly in the mood to get lost in a forest and end up modern-day Tarzan. Well, whatever. If you go looking, at least send me a message to let me know. And will you hurry up? We're gonna be late again. She's got sass. She's got sass. I do like her hair, though, and her eyes are just beautiful and big, so that's fantastic. A hero is never too early, nor are they too late. They arrive precisely when they are needed. Much Gandalf, very Lord of the Rings. But for the sake of avoiding detention, let's hurry. That's a wizard, not a hero, genius. Oh yeah, see? Fucking she knows as well. You know your references, girl. I like you, Kiyomi. That's a wizard, not a hero, a genius. How can one person be such a sports nerd and such a geek at the same time? Let's not forget the Casanova and Man of the Year candidate bits. They are important details. This guy's full of himself. Kinda like me. I doubt you'd qualify for either of them, Pajama Boy. Ooh, the sass here. These guys, the banter, springing backwards and forwards, makes it sound like they've had such a long and naked relationship together. Anyway, let's boldly go where everyone has gone before. To school. Nerd. Several hours later. I like this so far. Kiyomi seems pretty sassy. I like us. Can't remember our name. ... Lots of dots. Okay, we're in the locker room. Nice. Later that day, I finally got a chance to talk to my classmate about the location of the shrine that Kiyomi had mentioned earlier. Gym was the last thing on the schedule for today, so once people got ready to go home, I approached the guy. Hey guy, want to tell me about that shrine? I hear your sister got good marks. Hey, Ichikawa! Is it true that your sister discovered some shrine that is said to bring you good luck? Oh, let me guess. You want to date her. Well, even though I do have to admit she's very attractive, I'm afraid she's already going out with someone. Hey, hold on a second, man. That tie is fucking awesome. And those trousers. Wouldn't wear green myself, but they work on you. Although, you have got a stern look about you. Loosen up, man. Loosen up. Not to mention, you're not a time, well, fucking shot down now. I already got my hands full dealing with Kiyomi. You could keep your sister to yourself. Jokes aside, I'm more interested in that shrine. Did she mention where she found it? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't know there was anything near the forest aside from the dojo. Oh, well, she said something about it being near a river and quite high up. And to be honest, I wasn't paying much attention to her when she was going on about it. She tends to talk about a lot of shit and I just don't bother listening. I mean, she was wearing this top and it was tight and... Dude, that's your sister, man. Dude, stop. Seriously, you don't need to go into any detail, and I doubt anyone else is interested. So, do you know anyone who might have heard about the shrine? Are you guys talking about that shrine out in the forest? The one and only, according to Ichikawa's sister, who he fucking pervs on, by the way. There's supposed to be one near our river. I don't know about that, but there's a fiery girl at the Sakura dojo who knows more about it. Wait, are you talking about why the fuck can't I say words? Wait, are you talking about Aria-sama? About this tall, ridiculously strong, and super scary? That's the one. Oh, in that case, I believe I can still be of help. Takehiro's-kun, I know where that place is. Of course you do. We both do. You just want to tag along, don't you? I don't think Ariana-senpai will appreciate you visiting her with your usual tricks in mind. You perv on your sister. Women generally don't go for that, unless they're real freaks. And not in a good way. Not like a freaky way. I mean in a freaky way. You don't want to mess with them. Do I need to remind you what happened last time you tried to peek at her after she finished practice? This guy's a total perv. Blood, sweat, tears. Shut up. I don't peep on the ladies. That's slander, you know. I should sue you. I would never look upon Arya-sama's glorious body in any state of nudity. So, you still haven't seen her naked yet? I've seen a bit of side, but the whole... Let me finish that before my mind just drifts off. I've seen a bit of sad boob, but the hole I found didn't really let me get a good view of, There we go, someone called the cops. Ichikawa, the peeping Tom, has confessed. I playfully patted Ichikawa's shoulder as I turned around, grabbing my ass and his ball bag and my bag in the process, and prepared to leave. There was a lot of touching going on, you know, the friendly kind of jockery that goes on in the locker room. Thanks for the tip, Ichikawa. I'll let the judge know you were most helpful during the interrogation. That's unfair. I was cursed. I won't say another word until I speak to my lawyer. You perv. ... There's some nice cherry blossoms. Once school was over, I decided to take my chances with a little bit of intel I had managed to obtain from my classmates. If memory served me right, Arya-senpai would be practicing at the dojo today. Come on, senpai, notice me. Of course, I knew her. Of course, I knew her. She was a judo student just like myself, but for whatever reason, she had been refusing to compete in any tournament for a while now because she's strong as fuck and would kick so much ass. She's Arya-senpai, right? Arya-senpai, are you around? I shouted her name and sang it a little bit as I parked my bike, looking around for any sign of the girl. Hiya! Ho! Hiya! Heh, follow the shouts and you will find her. I grinned briefly, laughing at my own jokes, as I saw Arya. Is it Arya? Yeah, Arya. Oh, Arya. Arya seemingly in the middle of practicing a series of motions, almost as if she was fighting an imaginary opponent, because she was tripping balls on shrooms. Perhaps now is the perfect opportunity to surprise her a little. No, don't. She's in the middle of, like, fighting. If she turns around, she's gonna whack you straight in the balls, mate. I snuck closer, like some kind of perverted ninja, making sure to make as little noise as possible before I reached a hand towards her shoulder. Arya! Feeling a hand on her shoulder, Arya reacted. Well, I wonder where this is going. Could I maybe have predicted what was going to happen next? Is she going to land on top of me by any chance? Arya reacted. She grabbed hold of my hand, then with a loud grunt, she shifted her weight, curling and tipping me over her shoulder. I didn't have time to brace myself for the impact before I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. Boom. Hello. Hiya! No one sneaks up on a great names, really. Kunoichi Arya. Oh, Takaboy, I didn't realize it was you. I'm sorry, are you okay? Please don't say I broke your penis. Kunoichi? More like Tasmanian devil. That throw didn't have a shred of mercy in it. Well, you snuck up on her. Come on, man. Come on. Of course she's gonna attack you. If somebody sneaks up on you, I'm flipping the shit over them. Popping collars. There's no mercy in the ring, Takaboy. Better that you learn that now than in 2 weeks' time. Let me guess, you want to do some sparring, don't you? Actually, I came here to ask you something, but I guess a little sparring wouldn't hurt. Oh, what do you want to ask? We've got all afternoon. I could do with a bit of a break anyway. Where to start? How does one make sweet, sweet, passionate love? Tell me about the birds and the bees. What's your favorite color? What's your star sign? Maybe we could go for a drink or two later on. Well, anyway, back to the real story. You used to take part in a big and important matches in the past, right? Didn't you ever get nervous before going into the ring? Oh, yeah. This one time I got so nervous I hid in the kitchen cupboards until my dad found me and dragged me into the car. Of course, that was like when I was like 8. well, obviously I can't go and hide for my match, but one of my friends made this stupid suggestion that I go and pray or something. Honestly, at this point, I'll do anything to calm my nerves just a little. Do you have heroin? Takaboy, are you sure about this? You mean the match? Of course I am. I've been practicing judo ever since I was old enough to walk. This is my chance to finally represent this country and the sport I love. Aria seemed to think for quite a long while, all the while tapping her jaw with her finger. Eventually, she snapped her fingers and grabbed a hold of me. Alright, I'll tell you the way to the shrine I know, but this is going to require more than a simple clap of your hands and a bob of your head. You need to give something to the shrine, something of value. Not your semen before you ask. I guess I'll have to think of something before we get there. Thanks, Senpai. I appreciate the help. Thank you, Senpai. You noticed me. Thank you. Oh, no, Takaboy. I'm not going with you. I've got training to do. Besides, you've got to take this step yourself. I could draw you a map and show you an easy way to get back here, but you'll be on your own. You're not tagging along, not even for a little while. I'm not trying to hit on this girl. Player. Afraid so, Takaboy. Let me just grab some paper. I'll draw that map for you. After Aria's return, quick preparations were made and I followed the directions noted down on the map. Surprisingly, it wasn't all that far. However, the hint on how to find my way back in case I got lost was a bit sketchy, because she sketched it out on some toilet paper. Just look down and you'll be able to see the roof of the dojo from anywhere on the hill. It was vague as fuck, by the way. Okay, oh, look at this beautiful surrounding. The forest near the dojo was my first challenge to overcome. A narrow path coiled along the trees, and nearby was the river Ichikawa's sister had mentioned. I followed Aria's scribbles with a bit of skepticism, but after an hour or so, I finally arrived at the supposedly legendary shrine. Oh, this place is beautiful. Look at that beautiful wooden structure there. It's like walking through the heaven of the description words. The shrine itself seemed surprisingly well maintained despite being in the middle of nowhere. It made me wonder if someone could be secretly living there, perhaps some secret martial arts master. The thought of a hermit hiding within the shrine in order to prepare himself for an upcoming battle between good and evil started to dwell in my mind. Then I started to drift off and think of dirty Playboy models and, oh well, I guess it's too good to be true. I sighed in annoyance at the fact that, aside from the shrine itself, the ground surrounding it seemed to be completely abandoned. There was no way anyone could be living there. For the time being, I decided to focus on the reason behind my visit. It only took a few moments before I gathered the courage to approach the building. Once inside, I found a rather fancy-looking altar of sorts at the back of the room. Ooh, that is fancy. Well, I guess this is the thing everyone's talking about. Silently, I folded the map I had been given. Ironically, because I'm speaking right now. Putting it inside my bag, I approached the altar. Dear altar, give me all the shit in the world, please. Make women rain from the skies. I was kind of skeptical about the whole religious aspect, so I wasn't sure if this was actually going to work. I don't even think luck will do me much in a match like this. Let's read that again, shall we? I don't even think luck will do me much good in a match like this. In my opinion, there wasn't any room for things like luck in martial arts. Judo is all about using the knowledge you have gained through training. Of course, a good amount of talent also helps. There was simply no room for something as superstitious as luck. Clearly, this was going to be a match where my experience and talent would be pushed to their limits. Nothing more and nothing less. Female voice. Oh, how curious. The boy doesn't believe in superstition, and yet he stands here, surrounded by the very thing he denounces. Whoa. Hold on a fucking second. Either she's listening to me narrating this story, or she can actually read my mind. Either way, it's fucking freaky. So who are you, mysterious woman? Upon hearing the voice, I looked around, trying to find the source, but there was no one to be seen. Little freaky. Who's there? Quite the cliched question, but the right thing to ask is, where am I? What are you talking about? Show yourself, girl. Not yet. Entertain me for a little while longer, would you? This is a place like no other. Why did you come here if you do not believe in such things as luck? I came here to prepare myself. Oh, do enlighten me about what this something might be that you are preparing yourself for. I felt a little bit annoyed at the questions as the questions continued, but maybe if I kept talking to her, I would be able to find out where she was hiding? Where Shell was hiding. I'm preparing for a tournament, a judo match. Judo? What might that be? Seriously, you don't know what judo is? It's a highly skilled combat art. Ah, so you're a warrior, hesitant to go into battle and came here in the hope of finding the resolve to fight. I'm not sure about the warrior part. How fortunate! It just so happens that there is a need for one of your kind. My kind? A hero. This shrine brings fortune to heroes such as yourself. However, every great hero must sacrifice something in return. Sounds like what the others mentioned. Your version sounds better, though. Laughing briefly at the story, I decided to play along and clapped my hands together in prayer. So, what's next? Do I offer up my allowance or something? Lol, JKK. Don't be silly. Money is of little importance to a hero. For you, the sacrifice will be something of much greater value. I will be looking forward to seeing what the destiny has in store for you. As if on cue, I began to feel nauseated at the moment the girl's words reached my ears. My head began spinning wildly. Slowly, I staggered backwards, collapsing onto my back. As my vision grew blurry, the sound of approaching footsteps could be heard. Damn, girl! Mysterious girl is stacked, and she's got horns. She's horny and stacked. Wow. Good luck, hero. You're going to be needing it. And she's got a fucking tail, too. My eyes were clearly focused on her eyes, nothing else. Despite my attempts to get back up, all I managed was a brief look at the girl. Damn! The sight of horns and a tail left many questions, but before I had a chance to utter even a single word, my consciousness succumbed to darkness. Rays of sunlight stirred me back to life, a groan of annoyance leaving my mouth while I tried to get back onto my feet. I felt a bit dizzy, but the first thing I noticed was that I was no longer at the shrine. Instead, it looked like the forest near the dojo. Of course, my first thought was to look around to see if I could find the girl from before, but not a trace of her presence remained. To make things even stranger, the path that I had followed amidst the trees seemed better maintained than I remembered. We've gone back in time. We've gone fucking back in time. Oh, the story's getting good. I should probably head home. That thought was cut short when the sound of several female voices could be heard nearby. Bitch, there'd be some kind of fucking nymph orgy up in this house. Stern voice, get back here. Hikage, stop them at once. Oh shit, stern voice. Just what do you think I'm doing? I'm chasing them. I'm trying to stop them. Ni-ha. I think they noticed what's missing. One-sama. Keep running, little one. We might just make it. Just when I thought this day couldn't get any weirder, the sound of heavy footfalls could be heard nearby. Ooh, aha. What in the world is going on here? Yep, what in the world is going on here? But we're not going to find out today because we're going to end off that episode there. Wow. I have no idea what's going on here. This looks interesting though. This looks damn interesting. If you're excited to see some more of this, put hashtag Sakura down in the comment section below. And please hit that like button as well. Are we playing Sakura Spirit? I think that's what it was called. I'm a little bit distracted right now, but this looks fantastic. I don't know what these girls are. The girls in the background look like warriors. The girls up front look like foxes or some shit. And, yeah, I think we're going back in time. We're going to be a hero, a warrior, a legend, perhaps. And overall, it's going to be oh, we are playing Sakura Spirit. It says up in the top corner. Rip Raz. Rip Raz. But anyway, let me know if you want to see some more of this. I'm going to be quite happy to play more of it. I mean, we've got the horror, we've got the Nintendo on here, but it's nice to have a little bit of a storybook as well. And this storybook seems sexy. So we'll see how the rest of it goes. But either way, I've been BEWBS, you've been the beautiful bastards as always for watching, and I love each and every single one of you. Goodbye!